Hello, everyone. This is Ron with episode 8 of my full playthrough of Silent Hill. If you'll recall, last time I made it into the alternate version of the Silent Hill town, and I'm in the town center. I had just reached the jewelry shop and saved, and now I've loaded up that save, and I grabbed some ammo and things around the jewelry shop that I didn't quite notice when I came in before, but I get that taken care of. And you see that I just grabbed some rifle shells. Um, once I grab those, I actually check to make sure that I check over this from thoroughly because I haven't received any rifle yet. Um, so I'm thinking, oh, did I miss it or anything like that? But turns out I didn't. The rifle is just a little bit away. I'll be seeing it shortly here. But head out of the jewelry shop. And there's really only one way that I can go and explore, which is over here. But I go over to there, and the floor falls out from underneath me, and I fall into this area, which is like sand or dirt or whatever. And there's this big worm thing. This is like another boss that I gotta deal with. And wow, I didn't even notice while I was playing, but it clearly shows the hunting rifle or a gun lying on the ground right there. I didn't notice that right away when I was playing this. I'm just like, oh man, boss. So at first I just try to shoot him. Well, first I just try to get the pen on, figure out what's going on. You notice me using a lot of health. Because bosses in this game are not, well, they're not elegantly done, to say the least. Then I run over here and I notice, oh gee, look, hunting rifle. Well, I get hit. Then hunting rifle. And the hunting rifle is the most powerful weapon in this game that you can get normally. There are some unlockable items that you can get by beating the game, but in terms of just regular playthrough and finding it, this is the most powerful weapon. Also, the ammo tends to be the rarest. Generally only when I use it on bosses. And the game's got this weird sort of music going. And this whole sequence, like this boss fight, is just kind of weird and awkward because you can either just eat the attacks that the giant worm throws at you and then respond by shooting it, or you can try and evade it and then turn around and shoot it. Because I have tons of healing, I eventually just resort to taking an attack and then after that, I shoot it. I have plenty of healing, so it's not that big of a deal. Basically, it's going to be a lot of me popping this thing full of hunting rifle rounds. Now, see, at this point, although I don't realize it, the boss is actually over with. He curls up, and that kind of signifies that he should be dead, but... or at least the fight's over. He slinks off. And then it goes in a little cutscene where the boss busts this hole in the wall so that I can head outside. Switch back to the pistol. Just check my healing and inventory a little bit. But yeah, that boss fight, I completely didn't remember that at all. Was not expecting it. But it wasn't too bad overall. Now I'm back outside. And I have to do some exploring of this area back here. And at first, it's a little bit confusing. It's hard to tell where I can walk and where I can't walk. I don't know if that's just because of the PS1 graphics or not, but it takes me a bit of wandering around here, wondering what exactly I'm supposed to do, where I'm supposed to go. But I get hurt enough to where I need to use some more healing. And one thing you will notice about the enemies in the alternate version of the town, they look, not only they look different, but they are also more aggressive. They will follow you regardless of how far away from them you run. In the regular version of the town, you get far enough away and they just stop bothering you. Here, it's just consistent. So I run back in here because I'm not sure where I need to go. And I need a bit of a respite from the monsters and whatnot, but nothing in there, so I turn back out and get ready to continue on my way. But here I'm still really confused. I'm not sure exactly where I need to go, but then I realize, oh, there's this walkway here. This is a little bit of like kind of an iconic scene. Like you run along this walkway, and there's these windmills, or turbine wind machines, and it's really a loud noise. It's a very distinctive part of the game. But here I have to wander around the alternate version of Silent Hill, where instead of having things like roads, it just has a big grate. It's just a big grate and fencing, and everything's all ruined and destroyed. So I have to go wandering around, and I'm not even entirely sure of where exactly I need to go right now. I mean, there's that circle in the hospital, but I'm like, well, I want to make sure I do some exploring, because to make sure I find everything that, and I've already gone to the hospital. So it seems kind of odd to go back there. But I do eventually end up back there. There's one more thing I have to do to keep this going. Yeah, we'll see lots more map checking as usual. And as I run along the street and try to figure out where I need to go, I do also remind myself to go and check by the police station, because in the regular Silent Hill you can go there a little bit extra and some extra supplies, things like that. So I head down there and head in. See, and here I think I just have to take a look. Yes, I do. I just have to take a little bit of a look. So it's like this car has like fallen through, and you can kind of see it like sticking up. Now, I don't know what exactly is underneath all the metal grating. I don't know if it's dirt or something else, but it's a neat little scene, regardless. But here I'm at the police station. There's these weird ape things. Don't like those at all. But head into here. I'm in the alternate police station, which is actually just this room. It's really not too much different other than the floor, but the two doors, as we'll see here shortly, can't go through them, can't explore anymore. But I will take the extra ammo and also I will save as well. It's a nice little kind of just sort of like safe area / kind of, I guess, checkpoint. You know, hey, you got at the alternate town hill, and you know you've made some progress. But at this point, I decided to make sure that I check to notice where I need to go, actually, to get to the hospital. Head out. I'm gonna head to the hospital. See, out here, these parts are always really tense, and it's not just because of the atmosphere necessarily. It's because of these enemies and how they're aggressive. You have to stay on the move. And even though I could turn off the light and they wouldn't be so aggressive, I wouldn't be able to tell where I was going. So you wind up just kind of leaving the light on most of the time, which just makes you a magnet for enemies. And here I am just doing some exploring. I'm just trying to make sure I'm as thorough as I possibly can be. And this whole sort of like this large area of like the other world or alternate world. I've always get confused about what it is, but like I from the series, I don't remember seeing this really too much again. You know, typically you explore alternate versions of specific areas. You're not just thrown into an alternate version of the town and have to kind of wander around it, while enemies chase you around and slowly whittle your health down. It's actually a neat concept. Now, I haven't played some of the later Silent Hills, pretty much the ones after Silent Hill 4, so I don't know if this concept ever is revisited. We're just going to the alternate version and wandering around the alternate version of the town itself and wandering around it, but make my way back to the hospital. I'm making my way, yeah. Oh yeah, that shot that I just passed, it just says, its sign says just cats. Yeah, check out the post office and I pay for it. I get hit. Just about to the hospital here. Get here, and I believe, and now I'm in the front of the alternate version of the hospital. A place that I actually have not been to previously. As you'll see there on the map, the rooms are either locked or inaccessible. So I'm just walking around here. Just see there's that one door that I haven't gone in. I haven't been able to go in that door yet because every time I've been in that room, still have to transition. But I head back into here. We're having a little cutscene with Lisa.
Harry!
Glad you're okay.
Thank God you came back. I was scared to be here all alone.
I'm here now. I was worried too. I'm real happy to see you. Lisa, can you tell me how to get to the lake?
The lake? You take Bachman Road.
The road's blocked.
Well, that's the only way out there.
Are you sure? There's gotta be another way.
Wait! I just remembered
She's
something.
very excited about it.
What?
There's a waterworks over by my old elementary school. It's been abandoned for years. There's an underground tunnel out there used for inspections or something. I remember hearing it runs all the way to the lake.
Really? You think I can get to the lake from there?
I've never been down in there myself, so I'm not positive. Besides, it's all fenced off to keep people out.
If there's a chance, I've got to try.
Harry, don't go!
It's an odd change in attitude.
I don't want to be alone. It's so scary, I can't stand it.
How about coming with me?
The first time actually making sense.
This may not be the safest place in the world either. I can't promise you anything, but I'll do my best to protect you.
No. Somehow I feel I'm not supposed to leave this place. Oh, Harry, I'm so scared.
No.
Cold.
No, that's just complaint. She doesn't want to be left alone.
Just
Harry
wait
quite
here
tentatively said,
how
hey,
long?
why don't you come with me? And she's like, oh no, I can't leave this place.
Be back as soon as I find my daughter.
Harry?
And then he just walks out, leaves her in the room. Now, I turn around and go back in because I want to go to a couple areas, and she's not in the room at all. Completely gone. Don't know where she got off to, but she is not here. I always love that in these other world segments. You check something, oh, nothing unusual, like everything here is just completely unusual. But so basically, I got my tip. I need to head over to the elementary school. And there's this oddly action-y music that starts happening. Make sure I check my map before I head out here. But oh look, I can't actually go anywhere. I have to go up these stairs. I've got another cutscene. I'm not controlling him walking up those stairs. And there's this big monster this big moth monster thing. This is another boss fight. It's like 2 boss fights in about 10-15 minutes of one another. Thankfully I am prepared. This is another boss where you just kind of gotta power through it with health items, which is pretty much what I do. It's really hard to kind of move around and evade. I try to, but it's basically pretty much every time you think that you're going to do it, he just hits you anyway. And I run up here just to check, but overall this fight is basically a war of attrition. And then this boss fight is actually just like how it plays out is kind of interesting because it's just more like this creature is there and Harry just comes across it. It's not like it doesn't seem like there's like a big necessary like purpose to it. It's just the creature's there and has to be dealt with because it's trying. This is wild sort of I guess like feral creature that just wants to kill anything it comes across. But I finish, and then air raid sirens. As it dies, everything fades to white. And then there's Harry standing in the regular version of things. Now, this is kind of weird because, like, even though he's standing here, like you're not sure what exactly happens. Because it just fades to white and then he's just there. You don't actually see any real transition. I think it's sort of implied that like maybe he was knocked out or something and ended up there, or was there and got knocked out. Not quite sure, but regardless, in the regular world, after killing the moth thing, you need to head over to the waterworks, which are by the elementary school. Try the post office again, to no avail. Then I head back here. I just want to make sure, for sake of full exploration, that I run back here and take a quick look. But I decided to just head back over to the elementary school, which involves going back across the bridge, which, if you'll recall, I had to come over to get here from the beginning of the game. Let's see, I make sure I go down this side because it shows that there's a building, and I want to make sure I at least give that a good look. And turns out it pays off. There's a health drink on that barrel. And then also just for sake of full disclosure, like kind of at this point, I'm past the point where I actually remember what happened. That happened right around the time we started seeing the alternate version of the other world, like that whole worm boss, the moth boss, no clue. And interestingly enough, in this, when I go to cross the bridge, the game, instead of making me run all the way across, go back to the town, I get to the transition, and then it just ports me to right by the waterworks, which is kind of odd, but saves me some time. So I head in there. It's locked, but oh, look at this. And then I actually have to get a weapon out and hit the lock a few times to make it break so I can get in. Yeah. I have to bash a lock with an axe to get to where I need to go. And honestly, like, I kind of wish more games would have that. Like, it's always a pain when, like, especially in survival horror games where you come across a locked room and the room's locked and it's like, well, gee, you know, I have a gun, I have this bashing implement, I kind of just bash the thing open, and you know, you have to go find the key, and it seems completely like asinine, especially when you have like a gun. It's just like I could just flat out shoot the lock off. But there's just a little rant there. But I head down here. This is like a little like sewer section thing, and this part is actually a little bit confusing because clearly it's dark, but I don't think it's actually like part of the other world. I think it's just that it's a dark sewer. And again, this is also a sewer level. For some reason, a lot of survival horror games, there has to be a sewer area that is, of course, always dark, and dripping white and creepy. But I head down my way. Let's see, at this point I'm hearing some noises. And then those cockroaches, what's interesting is those cockroaches, I've run into those kind of cockroaches before. However, they've always made little noise on my radio. These ones don't. Kind of odd, but easily dealt with. And there's that weird moaning. And then a new enemy here. It's like these it's these weird like lizard things. Like I'm not even entirely sure what they are. I mean, I think it's some kind of lizard. Maybe a mutated turtle, I don't know. But it's definitely strange. I take them out because I don't really feel like dealing with them. I'm trying to avoid them forever, especially since I don't have a map and have to explore on my own. So I have to go through these sewers without a map. They're moderately tough, but yeah. See, I'm not quite exactly sure what those are. Like, they seem like messed up lizard, like lizards or I don't know, but they die just the same. But look, there's some ammo, and then there's these like boats here. Can't do anything with them; they're just there. Look, we've got a little stash of ammo and a health drink here. Always useful. Just making sure I check everything. See, this is weird because it looks like I should be able to walk on that, but I can't. See here, I know it may look like I know what I'm doing, but I have absolutely no clue. And in fact, it's funny because that thing that I just turned away from, that's actually a door. And in fact, it turns out it's a door that I'm supposed to go through. But alas, I did not go through it. This other door is locked, so I head back around. And this one is not locked, so I head through this. I'm gonna explore some around here some. And there's that weird noise. Don't know what it's coming from. See, I've got my gun at the ready here, because I'm not sure if there's anything around that could potentially kill me or hurt me. But here's a little shut-in area with a little save point there, and that'll pretty much, this is where I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to get a key and read something. But that is it for episode 8. I get the map right here too. Next episode, I will explore this area a little bit, maybe head out of the sewers. And I think there's a says connect tours right there. There's a mention of that, so probably head there. And so definitely check that out. That'll be up in a couple days from the posting of this video. So definitely keep your eye for that. And as usual, if you like the video and tell your friends, subscribe, join my Facebook group, send me an email, all that fun stuff. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see all of you next time.